Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping back by today. If you have never visited my channel, I really appreciate you stopping by. I do a lot of haul videos, I do some DIY, some organization, and a lot of just household topics. So if you like that sort of thing, I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. Today, what I'm going to show you is a recipe for making your own hand sanitizer. I know that it is kind of hard to come by right now, and I have done some research on it. I've looked at several recipes for making it, and I came across a video that I watched, and she gave a lot of scientific things, and I will actually link that video in the description box below so that you can watch it for yourself. But she basically went into the science of the alcohol in hand sanitizer. According to the CDC, they do recommend hand sanitizer that does contain alcohol. There are some alcohol-free hand sanitizers out there, but the CDC actually does not recommend it, even though they put a like substitution for the alcohol. They say that it doesn't kill the germs effectively. It simply kind of minimizes the growth of the germs. So they do recommend alcohol-based hand sanitizer. One thing I did not know until reading up on it is that your hand sanitizer, once it is made, needs to have an alcohol content of at least 60%. So anything less than 60% after you make it, because once you make it, it does dilute it, so it's not as effective. But anything less than that 60% is just not as effective at killing those germs and viruses. So I had a lot of rubbing alcohol at my house, but it was 50%. So there's no point in even using that. So I have been on the lookout for higher alcohol content rubbing alcohol. And so I found a 91% isopropyl alcohol. And so that is what I'm going to use today. And if you just use alcohol, it just dries out your skin too much. So that's why anytime you buy hand sanitizer, it does have some sort of like glycerin or aloe vera, something like that in it. So I did have some aloe vera at the house, some aloe vera gel, and so that is what I'm going to use. And also, it's not necessary, and it really doesn't do anything to, well, it may make it a little more effective, but just for scent purposes, I'm going to use some Young Living lavender essential oil, because lavender smells so good. It's soothing, it's relaxing. So that's what I'm going to use. So I'm not a scientist, so I don't understand the whole science by it, but I'm just going to simply give you the recipe that is the most, well, not the most, because it would be great if I could have found a higher percentage of rubbing alcohol, but I couldn't. So anyway, based on what I have, it is going to be effective, because I think when I did the calculator on the link that I'm going to share down below, she shows you some of the alcohol percentages, and once you make the recipe, what the alcohol content is in the hand sanitizer. So using 91%, I think it was a 63% alcohol content in the hand sanitizer. So I have sterilized a 1/3 cup measuring cup, and I also have a container to put it in that is also sanitized. And then I have my mixing bowl, which is actually a Pampered Chef mixing bowl, and I love it. I can link that below too, but anyway. So for this recipe, you want to use 2/3 of the rubbing alcohol, and you just, like I said, you can go ahead and prepare to pour it into individual little containers, but I didn't have any individual containers this time, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just putting it in I'm just going to store it all together. So you use the 2/3 cup of alcohol, and excuse me for not looking at the camera because I'm trying not to spill it everywhere. But you use the 2/3 cup of rubbing alcohol, which this is the second one that I'm spilling everywhere. And then once you have that in your container, then you put in your aloe vera gel, and you use 1/3, excuse me, that is the aloe vera gel, not me. So stop your mess, because yeah, anyway. So I am putting 1/3 cup of the aloe vera gel into the 2/3 cups of alcohol. And as far as the essential oil, I'm just going to use, I don't know, like maybe 3 drops. Okay. So once you have that all together, you just mix it up. And once it's mixed, then you can just pour it into your little container. And this is, it's not super thick like a lot of like Germex or Purell. So this is something that you could probably actually use if you have the little spray bottles. You could actually use the spray bottles to store this in. So you can see here, I'm going to take my storage container and I'm going to pour this in there. And you can actually make more. So you just lock it up, locked and loaded. Probably makes it better like this. But anyway, just if you have the little spray bottles, you can pour this in the spray bottles, and you have your alcohol-based 63%-ish. I'm not a scientist, but they said 63% based on my 91% isopropyl alcohol. And you have your homemade hand sanitizer. So if you can't find hand sanitizer anywhere and you happen upon some, you really need at least 70% alcohol or higher. The 70%, I can't remember what it was. If you watch the video that I'm going to link, she'll tell you. But once it's made like this, it has to be 60% or higher to be effective in killing the germs. So that is how you can make it, and I hope this helps you a little bit. I hope you all are doing great out there. If you are not a subscriber to my channel and you like what you saw today, or you like some comments, or you like some of the things that I share in some of my videos, I would love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. And don't forget to click the subscribe button, click the bell button. It lets you know when I upload a new video. And don't forget to click the like button, because that helps me on YouTube, and I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know in the comments below what you're doing to keep yourself occupied at home. And I will see you next time. Bye.